Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way.
Wind blade!
Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan, then... Oh, hang on a moment. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea! Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? Oh, right. This method does seem a bit unsafe. Oh, that's right! Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there...
Is this an answer from this world?
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Out of the frying pan, it's...
Wind blade!
To arms! Take the target alive!
Freeze!
Let's dance.
Attack!
Cool it!
Nice and spicy.
Take this!
Disappear!
Beaten! Who goes there? Take the target alive!
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liu Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liu Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon...
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
that was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liu Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liu?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But... Wait, that's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything.
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion. Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar-frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches. Look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious. That's the one! Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in... Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside. Boba,
What?
get them!
We're open!
Wind blade! Disappear!
You're open! That was...
Aw, it was nothing.
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service. Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon's sugar-frosted slime now comes in a beautiful packet.
Uncle Meng already told me many of the best goods in our here. This contains...
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure. Please help your...
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our... It's done!
Oh, yes. You might...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now the... According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon?
Yes.
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ning...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Jueyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the
Va a
Seven.
entrar este man de
You can
Jimmy.
see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation.
Ni idea.
Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex
Borla
Lapis during the
negra.
war.
Una lanza, me dieron. ¿Qué no dices ese? No, me dijo
Beneath the
otra lanza,
spears
pero-
lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title
A
of
ver.
Archon.
Ah, diferente la lanza. Se llama...
Not
Borla-
only is it true that
No,
gods
no.
may die, but so too has the membership of the Seven changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the Seven will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue, even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you
Ay,
two
primo.
here as friends. And when friends come over
Dímelo.
to play, our enjoyment comes
Ah, sí, está.
first.
Espera que te quedaste a dormir.
Ooh! Isn't this that...
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But
Me
the
dieron-
secrets of the mercantile world
Mirando esa
are of no
roleta,
interest to you.
pero
Are they, Traveler?
3 armas de
You're
nivel
rather
4.
special, really. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching,
Perdición de la llama y el agua.
you'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that! Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. La 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 la. Let's see what's written. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, well, should we... Oh, so you're saying that... Anyway, well, before we look...
Las misiones del mundo son las diarias, ¿no? O los encargos.
Hay unas que te salen en morado. Esas son las diarias.
¿En morado?
Es que si ya no las tienes en morado es porque ya las hiciste, las diarias.
A ver, vamos a hacer... Es que no puedo... Oye, cierto, ¿cómo es que quitas la misión de esa para desbloquear a ese personaje?
Ah, la de fuego.
Ajá.
¿Ya no fuiste para allá el portal?
Estuve en el portal, pero ¿cómo hiciste para
ya.
Que a mí me alcance por el daño?
Tienes que... Hay 8 niveles en total. Ya, pero por lo menos tienes que terminar el nivel... La sala 3 del nivel 3.
¿Solo esa sala?
Ajá. Aunque llegas hasta ahí te regalan al personaje.
Vamos a ver.
Pero tienes que ver qué tiene cada nivel.
Freeze!
I'll protect us. Touchy.
Let's end this quickly.
Tienes que ver si el nivel es es para pelearle con Electro, llevas Electro. Cosas así.
No, excelente.
Let's move. Shouldn't get careless. Have a load of this. Intensifying heat. Roasted fry. You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
You're toast! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
What's the hurry?
Race you!
This one's well done.
Nice and spicy!
It's time for a flash break. Chill to the bone.
Wind Blade!
Out of the frying pan! Let's dance! Ready, steady, go!
What's the hurry?
This is bad. Wind blade! With the wind!
I'll protect us.
Cool it! Let's end this quickly! I guess this is first.
Wind blade!
Nice and spicy.
This one's well done.
Nice and spicy.
You need to hurry up.
Wind blade!
Roast and fry. This one's well done. You need to hurry up. Roast and fry.
Freeze!
This one's well done. You need to hurry up.
Cool it!
Roast and fry.
Go, Barbara, go! Let the show begin.
Feels clogged. Let's move.
Boba, get them!
Disappear!
Out of the frying pan!
Twin blade!
This should be fun.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Not breaking a sweat.
Yeah! Yeah!
You're toast!
This should be fun.
Yeah! Yeah!
Out of the frying pan, into the pot!
Disappear! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
My duty
Yeah!
at an end.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the Sigil of Permission the child... But how did a relic of Yadettai end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhang Li soon. The last stop on our rite of parting? Let's go!
Algunos de los jefes que quiero matar antes que me dé sueño.
¿Qué está?
Algún jefe que quieras matar antes que me vaya a dormir.
Jefe. Pues yo no sé si se puede hacer.
Si es la del espiral, no, solo se puede uno.
Espiral, ¿cuál espiral?
Eso que estaba jugando. De la isla.
Ya me cabré. Luego lo veo. Jefe. ¿Cuál jefe me falta?
Yeah!
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang,
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his son Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did...
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth,
Ya hiciste la misión del ave
future is
esa.
there?
¿De la cual?
No respect for the divine.
Del ave. De esa que no puedes subirla otra vez tú.
Del ave.
Ajá. No puedes escalar la montaña, me dijiste.
Ah, la de viento. Sí, ya las terminé todo. Ya desbloqueé la parte de arriba, el dominio que está arriba y todo lo demás.
Está bien arribísimo.
Sí. Hasta que el pilar sube completamente, llegas hasta arriba y desbloqueas todo eso.
Una isla flotante que está arriba.
Son islitas. Y el pilar sale volando.
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Yes. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song.
¿Eso de ella hablabas?
¿Ah?
¿Eso de ella hablabas? Creo que hablabas de la montaña de hielo.
La montaña de hielo ya la exploré toda. Lo que no puedo explorar es la parte de adentro donde no me deja pasar una barrera.
Eso también me falta.
Before the
Y montar el que
Dihua
matara
Marsh
con
was all dry
Jonathan
land
y
and
montar
fertile
al otro
soil.
gigante de Golem.
But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glazed lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city.
La de hielo sí.
But very few people know that glazed lilies may still be found in the wild.
Es que eso no era misión.
Bueno, no tengo misión, pero tipo de desafío más o menos.
Sí, eso sí.
Wild glazed lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make...
So how good is your singing? Really? What?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue? Nice and spicy. Boba, get them! Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful?
Unfortunately...
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about God. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.